Welcome back to the Hatham Homestead. Today we have a product from Young Electric here. It's a 200-pound easy fold aluminum 2 e-bike carrier. Holds up to 200 pounds and it's got a ramp. So let's see what's in the box. Welcome back everybody. What we have here is Young Electric 2 bike rack with ramp. This is for electric bikes, or you probably use a regular bike on it as well, or a fat tire bike. We're going to be using it for the kids' dirt bikes, electric dirt bikes, of course. So Young Electric makes a bunch of different products. They have tongue jacks. They have up to 3 bike carrier. I think holds about 300 pounds. Bunch of different products. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now we're going to install this Young Electric. What you'll need to do to put this bike rack on, the tools you're going to need is you're going to need a crescent wrench, an open-end wrench of size 13 millimeter, 19 millimeter, 24 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter Allen wrench. Now what I have is I have 2 24 millimeter sockets. I have a 13 millimeter socket to make it a lot easier, and then 19 millimeter box end wrench. So we're going to start off with following these instructions by putting in the receiver. This is our receiver piece here. This giant piece goes up, and this is where our bolt going through will thread in. Now, I don't know why they just didn't use a quick release pin, probably because they don't want it to get stolen maybe. So we're going to slide this in until we can start the threads. And we'll thread it in. Now this is a 24 millimeter, so you can use an impact gun, electric ratchet, however you want to do it. All right, it's got a lock washer on it and a washer. Lock washer right there and the washer. So we're going to tighten this all the way up with my help. All right, does not give us a torque on this, so we're just going to tighten it up because it does have that quick release, or the lock washer. Then we're going to take our quick release pin and stick it in the back. Now ideally you want these to be pretty much straight. I don't think we'll be able to get that with this. So we'll stick it through, tighten up a little bit. That way it's facing down when we tighten that up. As you can see, I've already pre-assembled one. I just wanted to make sure I knew how to do it before I stumbled through this. This is the first bike rack of theirs I had put together. It seems pretty good. I like how it goes together. It's pretty simple. It took a little bit of figuring out, but the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert this bar, which in the instruction piece doesn't have anything on it. That's it right there. So we're going to, actually on the ground you're supposed to attach all this, but we're going to attach the truck because we need the height to work on it. So then we're going to take this piece and it's going to slide in here like so, and then we will have that bolt here along with that nut go through this hole. Now we're going to insert this piece into the receiver here. It just holds, and then we're going to tilt this up till we can get our bolt to go all the way through. The bolt slide does not have a lock washer, does not have a washer. It has a nylon threaded nut for lock security. Again, this is a 24 millimeter nut. You will need 2 24 millimeters, or the 2 millimeter in the crescent wrench. One to hold the head side and the other to tighten the nut side up. And like I said, I'm going to use 2 24 millimeters. Like so. It does not give a torque for that one, but you want to make sure that it is loose enough where you can move that up and down. So I'm going to go with where it's at there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the front tire catch piece to the rail. Now these are tight when you get them. You'll take your 19 millimeter, loosen them up so you can take them out. They also have a lock washer and a main washer on them. The lock washer will go between the washer and the head of the bolt, and then the other washer will just touch inside here. We're just going to thread these in. You will have to hold it up a little bit. Both these started. Now I recommend before you tighten any of this stuff up that you get all the bolts lined up. So we're going to take our 4mm Allen key and we're going to line up. There's a slider bolt nut inside here. Let me show you that real quick. See how it slides back and forth? It's captured in there, so it shouldn't move too far, and it'll tighten up. So we're going to drop this guy over. We're going to line up that 4mm Allen key and then start our bolt. If you tighten up the two side bolts first, you will not be able to get this in. I had that happen on the other one when I was pre-assembling. So again, we start everything. Tighten that up once these other ones are tight. Thread them as far down as you can by hand or by thumb or nub. And we'll take our wrench. We'll tighten this guy all the way up first. It doesn't give you a torque or a process to put all this together. I'm just going off experience. Tighten that one first, and then tighten up the other two bolts. Then they're 19mm. Awesome. So that is that step there. We've attached this to the rail. Now the next step is to attach the rail to the actual carrier itself. Now these are interesting to attach because they are bolts, carriage bolts. So if you lose one of these, it's just a small carriage bolt, and you can go bigger if you need to. Take off the nut and washer. All right. Now on this rail, it has a piece in the bottom here for the bolt to drop in, and then the square part of the bolt locks in right there, and it slides up out of the way. So you put them both in, slide them up out of the way. For this video purpose, I'm going to attempt to install it so you can see everything up here, okay? So we're going to have one of our nut and washers ready to go. Now we already have one of the rails on there. The other one goes in the opposite direction. So we take our carriage bolt, stick it in here, start our washer, and our nut. Okay, then we'll take the other bolt, slide it back where we can get it through that hole. Get our washer, put it on there, and our nut. Now these are 13mm. All right, they're both started. What I like to do, or what I did when I did the other one, was I had it flat, and I wanted this to be level. So we're gonna do that real quick. All right, so we have the rack leveled out now, and we're going to adjust. See how it tips up right here? So most of the weight's going to be back on this when you put your bike on, but I want this to be pretty much even out. So then we'll take our 13mm ratchet wrench here, and we'll tighten those up. We won't smoke them down yet. Now what you may want to do is, once you get these set on here nice and easy, is you want to put your bikes on here and you want to level them out. So you're going to want to loosen these bolts up a little bit, slide these back and forth where the bike sits nice and level, which may be farther this way because most of the weight's on the back end of these bikes. So it just all depends. So we're going to go with that for now. We're going to tighten these up. Again, there's no torque on these. The only thing they give you torque for is the middle bar that holds the seat. All right, now we're going to put on the aft rail here. And this gives us a torque of 50 Newton meters, which is roughly 35 foot-pounds, 40, about 40 foot-pounds, give or take a pound or two. So you have two plastic washers here. Those are for pivoting. You have these two pieces sticking out here, and that's what receives inside here, like so, to tighten it up so it only moves a certain distance. Now I'll show you in a second what the other side looks like. So we're going to put this guy through. It has two It has a stop on it here to where it will go a certain distance and not go any farther. I'll show you that on the install of the other one. Then we have this inserted, we take our phenolic washer, our plastic, stick it over that there. Then we take this guy, this big washer with the two cutouts in it. I'm going to seat it to where it actually goes inside those two nubs sticking out there. And then we torque it to, I say, 50 Newton meters or 40 foot-pounds. I think it's actually 38 foot-pounds, which is a lot. Now, it doesn't tell you in the directions you need a torque wrench, but it does give you a specific torque for these. Do you have to use a torque wrench? Probably not. So this is the other end. We're going to put this one in so you can see this end now. So I haven't taken this nut out yet. This is a 19 millimeter. All right, again, you have your nut, your lock washer, and your two plastic spacers. So we take one of those off, and we're going to stick this one in here this way so it stops there. So you can see it kind of makes an X. And then when it goes all the way down, it stops there so it's level. That way you can actually lock it in place in order to drive with it, the rack up. And you've already seen how we put the other side together. You start with your plastic washer and your nut, bolt, and then tighten it to 38 foot-pounds. There we go. So both these are set. The next thing we're going to put on is the seat bracket. So the seat bracket, if we look at the instructions here, goes down so when your bike is on there, you can adjust the height of that to grab onto the seat to give you the stability you need to hold the bike on here. So with it up, again, 50 foot-pounds is pretty tight. We're going to, this has just a spinny lock here, push down and release, pull this out of the way. This needs to go towards the bike. This also pivots. So we're going to put it on like this and just drop it down. This also acts as your security bar. Now I like these to be facing up when this is pivoted down like so. And when it's all the way down, it'll be about there in order to secure it so we can move the rack. All right, with everything tight, let me show you some of the features this has. It has a quick release button right here. This is going to, you pull this out in order to pull this lever, which releases that spring down there in order to tilt or raise it up. Now the bikes can be on here for this if you can pick them up. It's going to be pretty heavy. So you would pull out the pin, pull that spring towards you, and it would tilt down like this. And this is so you can get into the tailgate or into the back of your vehicle if you have a lift gate or a small door to be able to get stuff in and out of it. That is the spring piece that you're moving when you pull that lever. If you watch it, it's moving as I pull that. It does not lock in this lower position. It just lays here. Now you want to bring it up and lock it in. Make sure that your pin is fully engaged. Now you can keep this out. You can pivot it like so you can move it back and forth as much as you want. Remember, this is going to be heavy with 2 bikes on it. And that is your stowed position. That is with it up, out of the way. We release our pin so you can't just kind of pull on it. It won't come loose. Now, let's go ahead and put this down and show you the features of the tire pieces. So this is for your back tire. This will slide back and forth. So you can, depending where your bike ends up in here, depends where you would put this. Obviously your bike's sitting in here. This strap would come around this side to attach to the bike tire and hold it down. This piece is positioned. You can move this wherever you want. Once your bike is on here, you can crank that down, tire in there, and then strap it down. Quick release. They're like giant zip ties, plastic ties. They'll probably be there, like so. So depending where your seat rail is, this will come up in position to the seat. You will tighten up the butterfly here to keep it in position. And then you will strap this to around the seat pole and secure it like so. And then to release, push and pull. Okay, so when you're going to stow it, you want to drop the bars down. You want to pivot these to where they're facing like so. You want to move this inward, and we're going to go on the bottom side of the rail here like this. We're going to move this out of the way. We're going to take our strap, go around the underside here, and just clip it a little bit. You don't have to do too much. We'll do that same thing to the other side. And to be double safe, I'm going to pivot this way, push this all the way to the end, come around the back side here on the strap, and just tuck it in here like so. All right. And then for the other part, for the bike front tire here, we'll do the same thing. We'll just take the strap, just secure it through there like so it doesn't move around. Then we're back to the quick release. It is still open. We're going to pull the lever to release the spring down there and stow it up. Don't forget to twist this 90 degrees so it locks in place. And there's your pin right there, locking in place. So you can't pull on it. And that's pretty rigid. So that is the install breakdown of the Young Electric 2-bike, e-bike, bike rack for a receiver, 2-inch receiver hitch. So here's the tooling you will need to install the 2-bike rack with the ramp for Young Electric here. You need a torque wrench up to 40 foot-pounds or 50 Newton meters, 13 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and a 24 millimeter and a crescent wrench or 224 millimeters to hold the attach bolt. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Have fun out.